What does good teaching and learning look like? What does it sound like? What do your teachers do on Monday afternoons when you get off early? Why do random adults walk around with clipboards and ask us what we're doing in class? Teachers come to a common understanding of what good teaching and learning is on Monday afternoons during our professional development. They then take their learning and apply it to their classrooms to make your learning the best it can be. This video will teach you a bit about what the teachers have learned and help you know how to answer the key questions an observer might ask you. This data collected during these observations helps us know what goals we can set for ourselves and what new learning our school needs in order to be its best. Alright, so here's what you need to know. When an observer enters the classroom, proceed as normal. Do not let it interrupt your learning. They will listen, look, and maybe peek over your shoulder to see and hear what you are working on. They will ask you this key question: what are you learning today? Think about the big idea you're supposed to be learning for the day. This might be in the form of a learning target somewhere around the room, or it could be a concept you are focusing on. A concept is a big idea that acts like an umbrella summary of the lesson. Texture, for example, is a concept in art class, while precision is a concept you might encounter in math. Teachers might also frame your learning by posing a problem or a higher order thinking question. These are often called hot questions. For example, how does a revolution begin? Might be the question you see in social studies. How does a composer create emotion? Is a question you might find in music. And how can language manipulate people's behavior? Is a hot question in English. In addition to what you are learning, teachers that enter the room are also interested in how you are creating your knowledge, communicating your understandings, and applying your learning. So let's break this up. First off, we have creating knowledge. Visitors to your room might be checking to see how students are creating a deep understanding. Are the thinking and conversations connected to big ideas, not just isolated topics and skills? And can students make transferable connections between and among different classes? Secondly, we have communicating understanding. Visitors to your room are also interested in the communication happening within the room. We also look for great conversations. Great conversations feature two or more students in dialogue. They talk to each other to build a shared understanding of the big idea or problem. The conversation should also be higher order, not just superficial, factual, or topical, and students should be explaining themselves and their thinking. Finally, the visitors entering your room are looking to see if students are applying academic knowledge to understand or solve problems outside of school. Do students understand the value of what they're learning beyond the classroom? In other words, what's the real-world application? How do the professionals in this discipline apply this knowledge? For example, how do architects use precision when engineering a building? How can advertisers use language to influence an audience? And how might an artist's interpretation of a piece affect their style of play? So, that's it. That's what visitors to your rooms are looking for. Not all of these things will be happening every minute of every class. No one could do all these things all the time. Sometimes you'll be creating knowledge, sometimes you'll be communicating knowledge, and other times you'll be applying that knowledge. But all three facets of learning work together to ensure you have a deep, meaningful understanding of the day's concepts, so you can then go on to use that knowledge in the real world.